How to make a lot of money in business is something that I live and breathe all day long. It's all I think about is how do you actually monetize better? And when I look at most of the people that are out on the internet, even big influencers who don't have a database, they do everything on following. That's dangerous. But it's fascinating how so many people have such amazing skills. Like, I'd love to know right now, what are your great skill sets? Put it in the comments. What are you good at? What should you be making $100,000, $500,000, $1 million doing? So we're going to talk about 3 things on how to make a lot of money in business. So this is assuming a lot of you have it up and running. And for those of you who don't have a business up and running, I want to be motivating that you actually go get one, and I'll help you do it. So the 3 things we want to talk about is just price strategy in general. Do you increase it? Do you modify? How do you do that? So we'll talk about price strategy. Number 2, the power of not only selling expensive items, but high ticket items. I have some videos on that. You can always grab those off the search bar and go look at them. Not right now, not till this video is done, but go learn more about just selling high tickets. And then number 3, how do you avoid the pitfalls of competitive pricing? So many people think that if I beat my competitors, I'm going to have a better strategy. Completely wrong. So in price strategies, what most people do is they look at their competitors or they look at their industry. And then if you're a beginner, you do the biggest mistake and you start cheap and you start low because you don't think that you have the value of other people who've been in business for 10, 20 years. Not true. And I would say the same for younger kids. Like my kids are a great example, like especially my son, amazing math tutor. My daughter's actually a great tutor as well. And they tutor, in my opinion, I've raised them a little differently, as good, if not better than some of the teachers or other tutors that are out there because of their contextual base. They know content and context. A lot of people don't even know what the difference between those are. So my point is that when they started doing this, I'm like, you're not going to price just because you're 14, 15, 18 years old, what a teenager's going to price. You're going to price like true tutor would. So age doesn't matter in this. And your price strategy, I want you just to write down a funnel. If you don't have a funnel, meaning at least 3 to 5 items that you sell, meaning the lowest item, what's the value ladder of your client? So if I'm going to make you a millionaire, becoming a Big Table member is at the bottom of my funnel. It's the highest ticket you're going to buy. So we start with books and digital assets, and we move you to a game. We'll move you to a Millionaire Intensive, which I'm going to invite you to in just a second. Actually, let's do that right now. Go to the link below, grab 2 tickets. For $47, you can upgrade to a VIP, which is really high value. And then after that, we have all sorts of income coaching and strategies. And then we have the enchilada, which is the big ticket, the big table, which is where our millionaires are made. So what is your value ladder? What's the experience you're going to take a client through from the beginning of meeting you to what the result is that you're going to create? What's the problem you solve? So you've got to have all of those. Look what the prices are. And then I would move them up at least 5 to 10%, 10x them, 20x them. So many of you come in with really low prices. So not only price to the market, my advice always is price to the market and value it up. So that means you're going to give extra bundles, extra bonuses, things like that. So just a price strategy could be one big one. But right in there, I want to add something to price strategy, which is why don't you sell to your current customers? When's the last time you went back to a customer who bought before and sold them something else? Now, if you haven't done that, do a survey, right? You bought something, blah, 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 way back in the day. What would you like today? It's 2023, right? So my survey would say we're in highest interest rates, highest inflation, a recession that we have never seen before. You may not be feeling it, but what education can I bring to you right now that can actually support you in learning what's going on in this economy and with all the politics that are creating a hard economy right now? So I would go out and survey them and then create something. Like right now, AI is something big. So we're going to be creating a package for that to bring to our current customers. Now, new customers can buy, but why go just get new and sell them once? A current customer, you can sell over and over and over as long as you fulfill really well. So number 2, the power of selling expensive items, high ticket items. So a lot of you, just because you're a beginner, again, I've got to go back to that, you think that you shouldn't have a big ticket. I think beginners should start at this day and age with the amount of tickets that sometimes are as high as, $150,000. Are you kidding? Like at least do $4,000, do $5,000, do $6,000 as a beginner. That should be a high ticket. That could be a great annual package. Think about it. $6,000 for a year program is $500 a month. Now, don't break it down by 500 because if you don't nail your fulfillment, they could ask for a refund or cancel, which is why I'm going to teach you contracting cash. So don't worry about your high ticket items. And again, I already got some videos on that. I'm going to repeat all the details of that. And don't be afraid to go up. Here's my one story that will be jaw dropping. I was selling the big table at probably $20,000, $25,000 when Bob Proctor and I were partners. And we had an additional program called Head of the Table. So I'll never forget the day I was in a green room. Bob looked at me. He said, let's go make $1 million in the next hour. He says, follow my lead. That's how it rolls, by the way, if you're mentored by, massive people, because you never know the day that I might do that to you. So we walked out on stage and he said, how many of you, instead of just working with Loral and I separately, would like us to have a combined program? And by the way, we're going to put our lawyer in the mix because that way your business structures and all of that get, done properly. So for us three, it's going to be $100,000 for a 1-year program. We're only taking 10 right now. There's the $1 million. And he said, so, he said, Laura, what are you going to teach them? So I picked up what I knew how to do to teach them. He talked about what they're going to do. We didn't promise them a result because they were already in my big table. They were already like successful people. And 13 people ran to the back of the room, wrote a $100,000 check, and we made $1.3 million. And it was less than like 35 minutes. So believe me, I've been trained by the best about how to just go up when you want to go up and what people will pay for. Now, the expectation that came out of that $100,000, it was a lot of heavy lifting on the fulfillment side, but it's all right. We did it. My challenge to you is stop playing so small, especially you women. You always play small. And the worst thing you women do is you trade. So it's about like making more money in your business. Some of you just got to start charging. And actually, get open, give great offers, start talking about yourself. Your business is not here. Your business is out there. What problems can you solve for those people? Ask them questions, solve problems, and make the money. So the psychological impact of going up, even if you are, say, new to the industry, but you're, say, 30, 40 years old, I mean, you got some history, behind you that you've actually known you can bring it to the relationship. I mean, don't be afraid to go to a $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 ticket, right? Test 30,000, right? Add extra time. Now, some of you have this weird thing about, I can't trade my time for money. Oh, get over it. Everyone has traded their time for money. Now, if it's the only strategy of making money in your business, it's a really bad strategy. But if it's an additional bonus, like you could sell a $10,000 product and say, if you come in for a private 2 to 3 hour, once, twice, whatever, 3 times a year, I'll do that for $20,000. Now you have some one-on-one time with me, like privately in my office. I do that all the time. I sell 3 hours of my time for 15 grand all the time because I love helping people boost. Like this is what we would be doing. Now, I don't want any beginners. I want those people who are already doing 6 on nearly 7 figures and let's go. Like those are easy to like create high runway for. So the other way that you can make a lot of money in your business is start looking for referrals and joint ventures. A lot of you, you're not supporting other people in your space. So I do a lot with other real estate experts because I'm a real estate millionaire and I don't teach it in the detail that they do. So it's a specialty thing. I actually love to train you how to sell from the stage. Now the stages are a thing again. Am I going to do it? No, I'll probably bring somebody and then I'll support them because I know how to do it, but I don't want to do the whole heavy lifting of teaching you for a whole year and dissecting your videos. I'll have somebody else do that as a joint venture and we're going to make a bunch more money. So don't think you can't sell other people's stuff to make money. Now, before I go to the third thing, big final thing, I want you to subscribe to the channel, click that notification button. I want you here 5 days a week. Share this with other people so you can actually get a group around you, like create your own group of 5 or 10 people learning from my YouTube channel. This is what we're here for. We're not here for my health and I just need to talk. I've been talking for years. I want you to get smarter. You don't have a money issue, you have a knowledge issue. So let's get clear and get more knowledgeable. Again, so far I've wanted you to get 2 tickets. I want you to click a link for a strategy session. I want you to show up. Those of you who are serious about making money and you don't have enough good marketing, go to askrms.com. Get into our rapid marketing system that can totally automate a lot of things I'm talking about. And the last thing I want to talk about is how do you avoid the pitfalls of competitive pricing? Think about gas stations. It's so fascinating. I mean, Chevron, Shell are known to be the most expensive, but they also are known for the better little grocery marts inside or little marts inside, little express miles inside, clean bath or cleaner bathrooms inside, then a couple cents less down the road for different gas stations. But gas stations are notorious for that. Car dealerships are notorious. You see those visually all the time. So start paying attention. Instead of just being a consumer and driving by the same thing, start noticing prices. Start noticing the competition on prices. And for a lot of you, price to the market and create a high value ticket and you're always going to win. This is not difficult to make more money and you don't have to get a ton more clients. Go back to that client base and I promise you, you'll probably make $100,000 selling to other people who've already bought from you. So if you don't know how to do any of this, go to askloral.com, ask a question, make a request. We're here to help you. We're here to mentor, coach you to success and ultimately become a millionaire. But first, you got to become a $100,000-aire. Talk to you tomorrow.